Hello, and welcome to another inspiring and practical episode of the B1, B2 English Listening Practice podcast. I am so glad that you have chosen to spend your time with me today. Whether you are walking outside, commuting, working at your desk, relaxing at home, or just taking a short break, this podcast is here to help you make the most of your time. You do not need to worry about being in a classroom or having someone to practice with. This is your personal space to improve your English skills while learning useful life lessons at the same time. In today's episode, we are going to talk about a topic that is very important for everyone: how to stop procrastinating. Procrastination is something we all experience at some point. Maybe you have a task that you need to finish, but instead, you get distracted or put it off for later. This can happen in school, at work, or even in daily life, and it often makes us feel stressed, guilty, or frustrated. Understanding procrastination and learning how to overcome it can help you become more focused, organized, and confident. During this episode, I will speak slowly and clearly, so you can follow along, repeat the words and sentences, and practice your speaking skills at the same time. You will not only learn new ideas about how to take control of your time and habits, but you will also strengthen your listening and speaking abilities in English. Remember, you can pause, replay, and practice as many times as you need. By the end of this episode, you will have a clear understanding of what procrastination is, why we do it, and simple, actionable steps to reduce it in your daily life. So, get ready to take the first step towards becoming a more productive and confident version of yourself. Let's begin this journey together, one small step at a time. Now, let's take a closer look at what procrastination really means. Many people hear this word often, but they do not always understand it fully. Procrastination is the act of delaying or postponing tasks, even when we know they are important. It is when we keep saying, "I'll do it later," or "I'll start tomorrow," instead of taking action now. This can happen with any task, whether it is studying, cleaning, working, or exercising. For example, imagine you have homework that needs to be done, but instead of starting it, you tell yourself, "I'll do it after a short break." Then the break becomes longer, and you continue scrolling on your phone or watching videos. Before you know it, the task is still not done, and time has passed. That is procrastination in action. Another common situation is when you want to clean your room or organize your workspace. You may plan to start, but you pick up your phone and watch one video, then another, and suddenly, hours go by, and your room remains messy. Even simple tasks, like exercising or taking a walk, are often delayed because it feels easier to relax on the sofa or watch TV. It is important to understand that procrastination is not the same as laziness. Many people mistakenly believe that someone who procrastinates is lazy or unmotivated. In reality, most people who procrastinate are intelligent, capable, and hardworking. They have ideas, goals, and ambition, but something inside their mind stops them from acting. This something is often fear, doubt, or a feeling of being overwhelmed. It is a mental block that makes starting a task feel difficult, uncomfortable, or even stressful. Procrastination can take many forms. Sometimes it shows as avoiding hard or boring tasks, sometimes it appears as waiting for the perfect moment, and other times it is choosing short-term pleasure over long-term goals. Our brain naturally looks for easy and enjoyable activities, so it can trick us into delaying important work. This is why we might check social media, watch videos, or chat with friends instead of finishing something necessary. By understanding procrastination clearly, we can start to recognize it in our own lives. When we see how it works and why we do it, we can take steps to overcome it. Procrastination is normal and human, but it does not have to control us. Awareness is the first step to change, and once we understand it, we can learn practical ways to manage our time, our focus, and our actions more effectively. Now that we understand what procrastination is, let's explore why we procrastinate. Understanding the reasons behind procrastination is essential because once we know why it happens, we can begin to change it. There are several common causes, and most of them are natural human responses rather than signs of laziness or weakness. One major reason is fear of failure. Many people delay tasks because they are afraid they will not do them well. For instance, imagine you need to write an essay in English. As you sit down to start, your mind might fill with thoughts like, "What if I make mistakes?" or "What if my grammar is wrong?" This fear creates stress and anxiety, and instead of starting, you close your notebook or put it aside. Fear of failure can make even simple tasks feel overwhelming. Another reason is boredom or lack of interest. Sometimes a task is not difficult, but it is unexciting. For example, reading a long article, cleaning your room, or organizing your desk might feel boring. Our brain naturally seeks pleasure and excitement, so it looks for other activities that are more enjoyable, like checking social media, watching videos, or chatting with friends. This is called instant gratification, choosing short-term pleasure instead of long-term goals. Low motivation is also a common factor. Even when we know a task is important, we may not feel the energy or desire to start. For example, you might plan to go for a run in the morning, but when the alarm rings, you feel tired and unmotivated. Motivation can fluctuate daily, and when it is low, procrastination increases. Perfectionism is another hidden reason. Perfectionists want everything to be perfect before starting. They worry about making mistakes or not achieving the highest standards. While aiming for quality is good, it can prevent progress. For example, someone who wants to make an English video may never start because they feel their pronunciation or grammar must be flawless. Lastly, poor time management or feeling overwhelmed often leads to procrastination. Without a clear plan, large tasks can feel impossible. When our schedule is full or our mind feels cluttered, we may not know where to begin. This can result in avoiding the task altogether. In summary, procrastination happens because of fear, boredom, low motivation, perfectionism, or poor time management. These are natural and common experiences. Recognizing the reason behind your procrastination is the first step to taking control, reducing stress, and improving productivity. Understanding yourself allows you to develop strategies that help you act instead of delay. Now, let's take a closer look at how procrastination impacts our daily lives. At first, delaying a task may seem harmless. We often think, "I still have time," or "I'll do it later." However, over time, procrastination can create serious problems in many areas, including school, work, personal goals, and even emotional well-being. In school or studying, procrastination can lead to increased stress and lower performance. Students who delay studying or completing homework often wait until the last minute. Suddenly, deadlines feel very close, and they must rush to finish tasks. This can result in poor quality work and lower grades. Moreover, procrastinating prevents deep learning. When we cram or complete assignments quickly, we retain less information and may struggle to remember it later. At work, procrastination can be equally harmful. Delaying important tasks can make work pile up, causing missed deadlines or rushed results. This can create tension with colleagues or supervisors, and it may harm your professional reputation. Over time, repeated procrastination can limit career growth, reduce opportunities for raises or promotions, and increase work-related stress. Poor time management caused by procrastination can lead to long hours, exhaustion, and frustration. Procrastination also affects personal goals and dreams. Many people have ambitions, like learning a new language, starting a business, writing a book, or improving their health. When these goals are continually postponed, time passes without meaningful progress, and dreams remain unfulfilled. This can lead to regret and disappointment in the long term. Finally, procrastination has emotional and physical effects. People who procrastinate often experience guilt, anxiety, and stress. The constant awareness of unfinished tasks can feel like carrying a heavy burden. Over time, these feelings may reduce self-confidence, making you believe you cannot complete tasks or achieve goals. Chronic procrastination can also affect mental and physical health, causing poor sleep, low energy, and persistent tiredness. In short, procrastination is more than just a small delay. It can slowly damage multiple areas of life. It reduces productivity, increases stress, lowers self-esteem, and prevents personal growth. The good news is that understanding these effects is the first step to overcoming procrastination. By recognizing the consequences, you are better prepared to take action and regain control of your time, goals, and overall well-being. Now that we understand procrastination and its negative effects, let's focus on how to stop procrastinating. Taking action may feel challenging, but small, consistent steps can make a big difference. Here are 5 practical tips you can use every day to build better habits and regain control of your time. 1. Make a small plan. Large tasks can feel overwhelming, which often leads to procrastination. Instead of trying to tackle everything at once, break the task into small, manageable steps. For example, if you want to learn English, don't say, "I will study for 2 hours today." Instead, set a small goal, like, "I will learn 5 new words in the next 10 minutes." Completing these small steps creates a sense of accomplishment, builds momentum, and motivates you to continue. 2. Start with just 5 minutes. Many people wait until they feel ready to start a task, but readiness often never comes. Taking action even for a short time can spark motivation. Tell yourself, "I will do this for just 5 minutes." Often, once you start, you'll naturally continue beyond the 5 minutes. Even if you stop after 5 minutes, you've still made progress, which is better than doing nothing. 3. Remove distractions. Distractions, such as your phone, social media, notifications, or noise, can prevent you from focusing. Before starting, create a quiet and organized space. Turn off your phone, close unnecessary apps, or find a calm place to work. When distractions are minimized, your brain can focus on the task, increasing efficiency and satisfaction. 4. Use rewards. Rewarding yourself strengthens positive habits. After completing a task, give yourself a small treat or break, like enjoying a snack, watching a short video, or taking a walk. Rewards make your brain associate tasks with pleasure, which encourages repetition. You can even create a reward system for completing multiple tasks, which helps maintain motivation over time. 5. Stay consistent. Procrastination is a habit, and changing it requires regular practice. Small, daily actions are more effective than occasional, intense effort. For instance, practicing English for just 10 minutes every day is better than cramming for 2 hours once a week. Consistency trains your brain to approach tasks regularly, making it easier to overcome procrastination in the long run. By following these 5 tips: small planning, starting with 5 minutes, removing distractions, rewarding yourself, and staying consistent, you can slowly change your habits. The key is to begin immediately, focus on small steps, and take action even when you don't feel motivated. Over time, these practices will reduce procrastination and help you achieve your goals more efficiently. To better understand how these tips work in real life, let's look at the story of David, a young university student. David is 23 years old, smart, and kind, but he has one big challenge: he constantly procrastinates. He has clear goals: he wants to achieve good grades, improve his English, and prepare for a successful career, but whenever an important task arises, he delays it. For example, David once had a large English assignment due in 2 weeks. At first, he told himself, "I have plenty of time. I'll start tomorrow." When tomorrow came, he still didn't start. Then he thought, maybe next week will be better. Instead of working on the assignment, he watched videos, played games, and scrolled through social media. Every day, he felt a small weight of stress in his mind because the task was still pending. Finally, the night before the deadline arrived. David stayed up all night trying to finish the assignment. He felt stressed, exhausted, and unhappy. The next day, he submitted the paper, but it was far from his best work, and his grade was low. That day, he felt disappointed in himself. He realized that procrastination had not only wasted time but also prevented him from showing his true abilities. After this experience, David decided to change. He started learning small strategies to overcome procrastination. He began breaking tasks into smaller steps, using the 5-minute rule to start even when he didn't feel ready, removing distractions, and rewarding himself after completing each task. For his next English assignment, instead of trying to write the entire paper at once, he started with just the title and the first paragraph. By focusing on small steps consistently, he gradually gained control over his work. Over time, David noticed positive changes. He felt more confident, his stress levels decreased, and his grades improved. He even had more free time because he managed tasks more efficiently. David still experiences occasional procrastination after all. He's human, but now he knows how to handle it. He learned that even one small step can make a difference and that starting is more important than perfection. David's story shows that change is possible. By taking small, consistent actions and applying practical strategies, anyone can overcome procrastination, achieve goals, and feel more confident and in control of their life. Now that we've learned what procrastination is, why it happens, and how to stop it, the next important step is daily practice. Change does not happen overnight. Real progress comes from small, consistent actions that become part of your everyday routine. By practicing daily, you can build habits that reduce procrastination and improve your focus, confidence, and productivity. Here are 3 simple daily steps you can follow to make a real difference. 1. Write down one important task each day. Start by choosing just one task that matters most to you. Don't make a long list or try to do everything at once. For example, write, "Today I will study English for 15 minutes," or "Today I will finish my homework." Keep it short and clear. Writing your goal helps your brain recognize your priority and makes it easier to focus. You can also say it out loud, like, "Today my goal is to study English for 15 minutes." Speaking your goal reinforces it, making it feel real and committing yourself to action. 2. Start with 5 minutes. Often, the hardest part of any task is simply starting. To overcome this, begin by working for just 5 minutes. If you want to write, clean, or study, tell yourself, "I will do this for 5 minutes only." After 5 minutes, you may find yourself motivated to continue, but even if you stop, you've already made progress. Starting small activates your mind and reduces the feeling of being overwhelmed. 3. Reward yourself. Rewards create positive reinforcement. After completing your small task, give yourself a treat, such as watching a short video, taking a quick walk, or simply saying, "I did it. I'm proud of myself." This feeling of accomplishment helps your brain enjoy the process, making it easier to repeat the habit the next day. Over time, these small rewards build motivation and reinforce your new, productive behaviors. By writing one task, starting for 5 minutes, and rewarding yourself, you can slowly create a daily routine that combats procrastination. Combining this with speaking your goals in English also improves your language skills, making your practice even more valuable. Remember, progress is about small, consistent steps, not perfection. Daily practice is the key to transforming knowledge into action. By taking small steps every day, you will gradually become more focused, confident, and in control of your time. Each day is an opportunity to grow, learn, and strengthen your habits. As we come to the end of this episode, remember that you have the power to change. Procrastination does not mean you are lazy, weak, or incapable. It simply means that you need a better approach to managing your time and tasks. By understanding what procrastination is, why it happens, and how it affects your life, you are already taking the first steps toward improvement. Change begins with small, consistent actions. You don't need to transform your habits overnight or achieve perfection. Even 1 minute of effort is valuable. Completing one small task today is far more effective than planning a perfect routine for tomorrow that never begins. By starting small, staying consistent, and rewarding yourself, you can gradually build new habits that increase your focus, confidence, and productivity. Remember the story of David. He didn't stop procrastinating immediately, but by applying small, practical strategies every day, he regained control of his time and tasks. Like David, you too can take back control of your life. Every step you take, no matter how small, moves you closer to your goals and strengthens your sense of accomplishment. Also, as you continue your journey, don't forget to practice your English. Speak out loud, repeat the sentences you've learned, and remind yourself, "I can do it. I am improving. I am learning every day." These words are not only for your ears, they empower your mind and heart, boosting both your confidence and motivation. Finally, believe in yourself. Small progress is still progress, and every day is a new opportunity to start fresh. Keep learning, keep taking action, and keep speaking. Procrastination may try to hold you back, but your effort, determination, and consistency are stronger. You are building a better version of yourself, and that takes courage. You've already done something great by listening, learning, and taking these first steps. Keep moving forward. You've got this.